Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome to another TheSoulman stream. Welcome, welcome. About 4 minutes early. Let me get the posts out of the way. I'm back from my little break. Back from my little break. And let me get the notifications out of the way. Just to make sure. Let me put some background music. Zangramarsh from World of Warcraft, maybe. If you guys can hear it. Yeah, I think that's good volume, right? I think that's a good volume. Also, I put TTS on just to make sure. But yeah, today is going to be a bit of a yapping stream. Because I don't feel like playing Axiom Verge 2 today. Or really at all right now. Mostly because the interest of it died out for me. And I'm sure people could probably see that from some of the previous VODs of it. Like, I was trying hard. Like, I was genuinely trying hard to keep going with it, but it was just kind of like, I don't know. Like, it just felt like it wasn't working out for me. Which kind of sucks, because I do, like, I legitimately do love Axiom Verge 1. Like, I think in terms of, like, a successor, or a spiritual successor to, Metroid, I think in the 2D pixel style, it definitely wins that, for sure. Because it's so cool. Like, it's so cool, the music of it is great. The boss fights, there's only a problem with a certain or the third and fourth boss order could have been swapped. And the variety of combat it had with, like, its weapons and all that other stuff was so much better. Like, it was so much better for that. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's sort of how I feel with that. And I do feel a little disappointed. So, right now, before I even started stream, I've been making, like, a little list of... Hold on, let me see if I can show it. Yeah. I've been making, like, a little list for, potential stuff to do in 2026. I almost said 2006. Oof. But yeah. I've been listing down a lot of stuff that maybe I could do. Whenever, like, piques my interest. Because I do want to revisit some games, like Terraria, for example. Like, if they actually update it, or do a build or challenge to it. Like, I feel like in that manner it'd be pretty fun to do. Because I do love Terraria. I think it's probably my favorite indie game of all time. Like, I do think of that. Maybe Axiom Verge 2 in the future. I don't know. Risk of Rain 2 casually, since I do enjoy that game. Like, as like a casual game to play, like, I still have it up here. As a casual game to play on stream, I feel like it would be nice. I was debating on maybe returning to Marvel Rivals, depending on how much interest people might have with that. Or at least people who watch my streams. Or VODs on YouTube. Since I have been getting a little bit of comments, mostly from a lot of older videos. But yeah, it just depends. It just depends on that. But I did already list down a couple games. Batman Arkham series. That's one that I do want to get into. I want to play Fallout 4 because I played all the other Fallout games before that. I never played Fallout 4 or 76, I think is the other game. Psycho, just a little weird fun game to try. These two are fighting games, Darkstalkers and Killer Instinct. Yeah, speaking of which. Soul Calibur as well. Because I do want to play Soul Calibur and maybe Tekken. Let me put that down. Maybe Tekken 2. Because I do want to try out more fighting games. Especially ones that I have fond memories on, like Soul Calibur and Tekken. But these I've tried out in the past, like this back in high school, and same with this. I did play this a little bit on the Steam version. That was a part of the collection of sorts. Like, it was like a Capcom collection of old games. I tried it out on that, and it was, like, pretty decent. Lilith is probably my favorite character, though, to play. Like, back in high school. But yeah, there's also Warframe. This game has been getting a lot of traction in the MMO scene, which, as someone who's spent too much time on MMOs in the past, specifically World of Warcraft, but it does make me cautious to get into a new MMO. But with how much traction this game has been getting, plus the interesting, like, alien design of some of the characters in the game. Like, some of those designs do look pretty cool. But it really just depends on, like, personal interest with that. This was also something I wanted to do. Play the Final Fantasy games in order, but... like... the reason why it irks me... Let me see if I can turn the music down just a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. But yeah, the reason why it irks me is because the Steam version... Like, let me see if I can get... because I bought this one as well. This is not the original. This is a pixeled remaster of Final Fantasy V, specifically. Like, this one is my favorite of the series, personally. Like, and one of the very few that I've actually played. Besides Final Fantasy XIV. So, it really... like, I want to play the originals. Like, I want to play the originals in order without having to go through the bullshit of, like, sign-in accounts stuff and the poor optimization. Like, this was so poorly optimized. Granted, I tried this out when I had the black box of Doom. It might be different with the new PC, but even looking at the gigabytes too, good God, 1 gigabyte for that. Like, yeah, it feels weird to play these, like, remastered versions, especially of Final Fantasy V, because I want to play the original, and if I get into that, like, interest of playing this game again, I want it to be the original. Like, that's just me. That's just me. But even though I know no one's here watching right now, I'm still gonna yap. But yeah. Heinleich's 1 and 2. That's another game that I could try out. It's a very psychedelic game, though. So I don't know. I don't know how like, some of these games that I do want to play for my own enjoyment as well, but also for, like, the growth of the channel. Of, like, if people will actually be interested in it or not. I don't know if it's playing the music on the desktop or not. Or within this version of, like, the scene. Anyway, yeah. Heinleix is something that I could try out in the future if people are interested, but like I said, it really just depends on, like, channel growth, because I do want to grow the channel. I do want to get new upgrades to my electronical stuff, mostly the IRL stuff and all, but I also want to upgrade the emotes. Like, right now they're pretty they're pretty low effort emotes, and I am gonna get a commission. Like, I am gonna do commission at some point, mostly for the soul crab, because I want that to be the icon of the channel in some way, or like the, I guess, the Kirby of the series of the streams. But yeah, I do want to get that done, and there's also going to be a lot of stuff going on once I get to the new house as well, that I am going to be living in. And I did remember the tweet that I put out for the story that I would do. I did this little poll just as, like, an idea. Hold on, let me see if I can find... Yeah. This one. Only one person has voted, and I had this for, like, I had this up for, like, a week. Like, this is what I mean about, like, growing the channel and all that. Like, I'm hoping, even within, like, this natural path that I'm going with, I'm hoping that I can grow the channel at some point, so it's not just, like, one person voting this. Like, yeah. Like, it depends on that. It depends. But, or, I don't know where my mind's going at, because no one's here. Like, I do want to work on the story. I do want to work on the story because I do care a lot about that. I'm very passionate about the story that I want to try and make. And potentially make it into a video game as well. In the future. Within that part, I have no idea, so I'm mostly just going to focus on, like, the story elements and maybe the art styles of it. Like I did with some of the art styles this year of some of the characters. Like, they are mostly just concept art around the idea of within the story and all that. So, yeah. I hope to get that worked on in the new year. Which is coming soon. It is coming soon. I know I have, like, a rune light. I don't know if I would go back to... Yeah, I just noticed my icon on the top right. I still have rune light. I don't know if I'll go back to old school RuneScape. Maybe I could try Iron Man. Silk. No. I don't know if I'm going back to Silk Song. Like, I'm gonna be real. I will say this, though. I'm potentially thinking of coming back to Ultra Kill to play it again in the new year. Like, that I can think about trying again. But Silksong, no. I don't want to go back to Silksong. It feels rough to play. At least for me, within, like, a Metroid game. I don't think it... At least on my end, I don't feel like it's, like, peak. Like, that's a bold word for it. Like... The thing is, it's so suffering. Like, that's the problem with it. Like, it's suffering with little gain. Within the first game, it was like an introduction type of game. Like, anyone could get into the original Hollow Knight game and sort of, like, play it out. The sequel feels different. Like, it feels like only people who have previously played the game or had, like, a lot of experience with the previous game would be able to enjoy the sequel. Well, that's the thing. Act 1 is so massive in its own way, and the difficulty of it is so insane. Like, there are enemies that 2-hit you for 2 masks so early on that... I don't know, it feels poorly optimized in that kind of, like, mechanical way. Like, that's what's irking me a lot. Is, like, the optimization of its difficulty and... Yeah, that's the problem. Every single enemy. And it's early on, too. Like, within the first game... In the first game, there was a lot more of a balance of, like, one-hits within, like, the first half of the game. The second half had a lot of different types of, like, 2-hit enemies, but Silksong 2 feels like it's so... Like, it's so tedious with it. Like, sure, there are a few that do 1-hits and stuff like that, but with the amount that do 2-hits and the amount of backtracking that you have to do with a lot of exploration and all these other stuff added on to it, like with how much damage you do as well as, like, the gadgets that you have to deal with and the crests, like, it feels... Like, it feels exhausting. Like, even talking about it, it feels exhausting to me. Yeah, well, that's the thing. I know there's, like, mods and stuff like that. Like, I've seen people use mods of, like, invincibility to, like, try to beat the no-hit type of content that it has. Because I've seen a video of, like, one of, like, the game game reporters or something was using a mod to, like, showcase it. Yeah, well, that's the... 3 damage. Oof. But yeah, I know that there's, like, mods and stuff like that, but I like playing the games within its, like, vanilla state. Like, I like playing it the way that the game was made. Because I feel like with mods, it feels like it's fixing the problems for the game at times. Which sometimes I like, sometimes I don't like. Like, it depends on, like, the types of games that I play. Like, if it's multiplayer, then sure. Maybe it could work within certain mods. If it's single-player games, then it feels weird. Because most of the game should be tailored around being able to beat it within single player without the use of mods and stuff like that. Like, at least in my mind. Like, for mods within, like, a single player game, they would just be, like, cosmetic stuff to a certain degree. Like, it wouldn't have to, like, alter certain elements of the game. I mean, for multiplayer, certainly shouldn't be a thing either. Like, making the game easier and, like, or, like, messing with the game to make it easier for mechanics and stuff like that. Like, it's so, like, mods are so complicated with how they configure with the game. That's one of the other things. Like, it's one of the reasons why I haven't used any mods for Risk of Rain 2. Like, I know Thunderforge exists because one person mentioned it within chat during one of my streams for it. I know that the mods exist for this game, but I like playing it normally because it feels... I don't know, it feels organic for me. Like, it feels organic, and it feels like the way that they want you to try and play around. And sure, there's, like, quality of life mods that make it easier and stuff like that. But I feel like... I don't know. With, like, a lot of games that can be updated nowadays, I feel like they could learn from those quality of life mods or something to enhance the vanilla state of the game's experience in that manner. Like, for Silksong, that's what I would have wanted. Like, if they could just balance the stuff easier with, like, the difficulty and all this other stuff that makes it feel less tedious and feel rewarding, like, then maybe I go back to Silksong, but I don't, right now I don't know. Like, I don't really feel like playing it, and I don't know if I will. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Like, I will say, Dark Souls 1 is probably going to be an interesting experience when I finally play it. Because I've never played Dark Souls. And I plan to as the first game to play in the new house that I'm going to be living in. So, it's going to be an experience. And I don't know if I will beat it or not, depending on how fun it is. I mean, I probably could. I probably could beat it. But, yeah. There are some difficult games that I do want to play, but a lot of the games that I also want to play is just for fun, you know? Like, for enjoyment. And same with, like, viewership as well, too. Like, I wish the games that I played that are fun are, like, new, interesting, unique games that people don't always see. Got, like, people's attention a bit more. Well, that's another thing. Like, there's so many, like, reactionary stuff, too. Like, I feel like if I get into, like, the reaction side of content, I'm just going to be digging myself into a rabbit hole that I might not be able to come out of. Because there are people who have been, like, doing a lot of gaming and all that other stuff, but once they sort of, like, gotten into the reactionary stuff that did help with, like, views and other stuff, it's sort of like instead of, like, melding with their content, it's sort of, like, devolved it over time, that people have kind of been more interested in the reaction instead of the person's gameplay of a certain game, or just, I don't know, talking about it within their playing of it. Like, reactionary content is such a rabbit hole. At least in my mind. Like, I don't know how anyone else feels about it, but in that kind of, like, regard, it feels that way. Like, I don't hate it. Like, I generally don't hate the idea. It's just, I have, like, visions of what I want to do with the streams and the channels. that I want to try and grow and increase over time, which will probably be better at the new place. I'm trying to be as confident as I can for it, but I'm hoping, like, I'm putting a lot of chips onto it. Like, that's the thing. Like, I'm putting a lot of chips on the table for this kind of bet and hoping it grows into something good with, like, what I envision for the channel, with the story, with the games that I enjoy, with all this other stuff. Like, that's sort of what I'm looking forward to. But again, the problem is it's just people. Because there's not enough. There's not enough. We need more people. And more people I can talk about different stuff about, too. Because I'm very flexible with certain topics. Like, not just within gaming, like outside of it as well. Except politics, I refuse to talk about that on stream. But most other things I can definitely talk about. But I do want to keep it somewhat primarily games, at least within the stream a bit. Until I sort of, like, change it up a little bit to have it be, like, variety of games, as well as, like, different IRL stuff that I could do within the new house. Because I do want to do stuff like that, like maybe a cooking stream. Like, I just got a burner from the Christmas party, so that could work. Like, I could probably do a cooking stream and maybe do some other stuff. Like, I kind of want to have, like, that nice balance in the future. But right now, most of it is, like, gaming, because I like gaming right now. But I also like yapping. I do like yapping a lot. But the thing is, I don't want to turn it full podcast style. Like, I feel like that would be annoying to manage and just consistently talk within. Oh, did Cheesy leave? Well, anyway. Yeah, trying to find, like, a nice balance to all that and finding the right type of people and audience naturally is gonna be a hassle because, one, I'm not good at advertising or promoting myself. And two, I don't want to... A part of me doesn't want to force it, you know? Like, with how many people are already dealing with stuff outside of streams and all that, I don't want to be too much of a hassle within that part. I don't know. Like, there's a lot of conflictions. There's a lot of conflictions and not a lot of solutions. Even with limitations on. But yeah, back to the game stuff. There are definitely games that I want to try out too. Another God of War. Like, I need to get a PlayStation 5. Like, I think that's another thing that I need to get. I guess to get a PlayStation 5 so I can have, like, access to some games that I don't have access to on PC. And my throat. Like, that's another thing, because there's a lot of games still tied to consoles. Like, there's a lot of games that aren't multi-platformed. That, especially Nintendo's side, like, that's a major oof. Because I guess I'll never play Wario Land 3D ever again. Or Mask of this. I played Mask of Disguise, Wario Land 3, and I think 3D Wario. But that one was from an old friend's house. But yeah. I definitely need to get a PlayStation 5 and sort of like, I don't know, try to like be able to play some of these games. What is with the KBT? Like, what is going on with the connection today? What is up with the internet today? That all these problems are going on, huh? I saw it on the OBS that it was like red or something. I don't know what's going on with the internet nowadays with like connections and all that. It feels stupid. Like I feel like it's been decreasing. I hope it's not Windows 11 because I have Windows 11 unfortunately. But yeah, there's a lot of games that I want to try out. I don't know if I'll be able to play them all. I definitely will have to try and like organize some kind of list. Like I already have like a list of stuff that I'm going to talk about within like the monthly recap, as well as a potential yearly recap video as well. But there's a lot of games that I want to play, and there's a lot that I might not be able to play. Like all of it just depends on time, money, and like accessibility. And that's pretty much what it depends on. But yeah, I'll put it just to mean for now. But yeah, I did have a good Christmas party though. I did enjoy it even though I was quiet to it. Like the weird thing is that I don't always have people to talk to. Like because the thing is I want to talk, but there's not always a lot of people to talk to, you know. Or people who have the same interests and all. I've been trying to find the right type of people, but nobody. Nobody. It's like the world, it's like I'm living in a separate world. A world people can't seem to understand. Or want to, I don't know. It's a difficult thing with the streams. Because it's one of the reasons why I've been struggling with this month as well. I mean, for the entire year I've been struggling. Like, I've been struggling to get, like, things going and continuing them to go. But the thing is, there's not enough friction or not enough traction. It could be because I'm docile here in the current house, unfortunately. But also, it could just be poor timing, I don't know. Because people might mistake this as laziness. And like other things, ignorance. And I guess the stream is going to buffer as well. Because connection is so bad right now. Good God. Like, what is with the green? Fucking Christ, dude. Why does the internet suck? Why? It should be better. It should be getting better, not worse. Okay, it's green. For now. For now. But yeah, people might mistake it as like laziness and stuff like that, but it's just, I don't understand how. Like, I don't understand how to edit. I don't understand how to draw. Like, there are just some skills that I don't or I haven't learned or been able to like find the right place to learn it to. Like the kind of tools and all that. Because the thing with me is once I tie myself to something, I'm stuck with it. Like, so long as it somewhat works, I guess. But I'm always, like, skeptical. Like, I'm always, like, skeptically choosing. Because I use, like, my observation of, like, different creators and all that other stuff to, like, pick out something that might work in my favor. Like, I've still been using Brave, like the web browser, even though I should probably use DuckDuckGo instead. Because Brave keeps promoting shitcoin and all that, unfortunately. But also some other stuff, too, to get. But it's just the lack of understanding within it. And how to. Like, manually. So, yeah, that's the problem. That is a problem. I'm probably going to try and do a Christmas stream, too. Like, I do want to give out some gifted subs. Now that I finally had subscriptions and all that other stuff. It took a long while to get that unlocked or get that working. And even get it as well. Surprisingly without affiliate, which I still somehow still have not managed to do, is get affiliate. Even with like that Game Awards stream too. When I was confirmed for a co-stream. Like even that wasn't enough. Like, what is wrong with the platform? Of like the board or like the background stuff for it. Like, what is wrong with it? Like, I just don't understand. Like, that's the thing. I don't understand. Like, there's nothing for me to, like, experience in some manner. Or not, like, givenly experienced. I guess. I don't know. It's confusing. It's confusing me. But yeah. Yeah. Like, I don't know what else to do today besides yap, is the thing. Because the new year is coming up, and like I am definitely going to talk about like the potential break that I'm going to have to take to prepare for the new house and all that. Because I'm probably not going to be able to stream very often within January and most likely February or early February. So there's going to be a bit of a gap between the actual streaming and other stuff, but I'll get into more detail about that within the recap video that I'll make. And of course the KBPS or whatever is struggling again. Whatever that is related to, I don't know. Like, I feel like there's a lot of research I gotta do. Like, a lot of effort and research that I gotta do. That my body is just exhausted and burnt out and trying to accomplish. And of course it goes red again, yeah. Like, because I don't understand, is this on my side? Let me look this, I'm gonna look this up. KBPS. Meaning. Kilobytes per second. Wait, so... Hmm. Being fast. Gigabits and megabits faster than kilobits. Wait, then why am I using kilobits? Wait, so I'm reading like a little article on the side monitor of it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to write this down. Do I have pen? Yeah. Convert to... Yeah. Maybe I can fix that within OBS. I don't know. Like, I'll have to configure that to see if it works. But right now, it's probably going to be this way for the stream today. But, yeah. Like, I want to... Like, that's the one thing I do want to work on, too, is configuration with the streams. Especially at the new place, because I don't know how, like, the internet and all that is going to be compared to here. Which seems like it's already struggling right now for some weird reason that I have yet to understand. But yeah, there's definitely going to be a lot of configuration stuff. Both with streams, both with the content, and all that other stuff. But yeah. I'm trying to think of what else to talk about to myself, since this is my void right now. Like, I feel like I should put words on here. Let me see. Text. Yeah. That seems right. Yapping void area. Yeah, that seems right. Maybe I should label these. Like, maybe I should label these different scenes and stuff too. That could be something fun. It's not that I don't have anything to talk about, it's just I don't know what to talk about right now to myself. I think that's the thing. Like, I got Christmas presents and stuff like that, but they're very few. They're very small and very few. Which I still appreciate getting and all. But they're very, like, I don't know. They feel very minimal. I mean, at times, I know that some people can't get stuff and all. And rarely have the time to get it. Because I always make a list. Like, I always make a list of the things that I want or may need and all. And while I do get some, like, I do get, like, one or two that fit from the list, it's just everything else is kind of, like, discarded in some manner. I don't know. Maybe I could just be asking for too much. It could just be that. But I do want to give back in the future. Like with the growth of the stream, to give back to. I've been checking a lot of YouTube as well, like YouTube videos and all that. Like, I watch a lot of creators and all that, which I definitely have to thank for, like, helping with my different perspectives and understandings of some stuff. As well as enjoyment, of course. But some of the side stuff that doesn't always get mentioned. And I am trying to comment more. Like, I am trying to comment more a little bit on the YouTube videos if it's something, I don't know, worth commenting of from me. I know that sounds stupid, but it's like sometimes I feel like I don't need to comment or talk. But I think that's also what gives attraction to the streams and all that, is if I talk more. But it's like, I don't know, it's like a force and dilemma. Like, he doesn't need to talk too much, but everyone still flocks to him, kind of deal, even back then. Like, it's weird. Like, it's weird how streaming, or, like, word of mouth can be. Because the last thing I want to do is promote the channel on other people's content. Like in the comments or their chat or whatever. Like, that is something I don't want to do because it feels petty. Like, it feels petty. And that could also be the thing that's getting in my way, is my honesty and, like, sincerity. Like, my good nature. Maybe I need to be more bad-natured. Like, maybe that's what I need to grow the channel, because everyone seems to like bad news more than good news. Or like hate instead of love into things. But it would also feel like short-term. Like short-term gain from that. Because people love to hate at times. But sometimes hate's to love. So yeah. It's definitely a lot to think about on that part. And like how to configure everything. Like, it is also worth maybe trying to go back to an MMO. I don't want to go back to World of Warcraft. Like, even though I enjoy some of their music and all that other stuff to the side. Like, I don't want to go back to playing World of Warcraft because I went back one time because Savix inspired me to go back, but since then it's just been Well, I guess a part of it had to do with, like, a challenge I was doing as well. Like, it's definitely a part of it on my side that's for fault. But also just feeling like, hey, maybe I can do well in this. Like, I do well within, like, certain challenges and stuff like that, but, like, again, it's attraction. Like, I've even tried to post, like, my original death clips, even though they were low-leveled. Like, showing my death clips to some of, like, the YouTube channels and be like, hey, you can feature this, right? But nope. Nada. Cherry picking with that, too. People like the cherry pick. I mean, hey, when you're not a baker, you're a chooser. That's the thing. That's the thing. Maybe I need to find the bakers. No. No, I feel like that would be exploiting. I don't know what to do. Like, I do, like, a lot of fun stuff. It's just, I don't know what to do. I don't want to go back to, like, Silksong, like Cheesy was mentioning earlier, and there's some stuff that I don't want to go back to. Because some of it is just, like, genuinely not fun to play, or, like, not fun to do. And considering that no one has watched, like, my old videos of, like, Hollow Knight and Silksong, it's like, why bother? Like, that's what it makes it feel like. Like, why bother going back to them? Even if I'm not enjoying it. So yeah, for some of those types of games and all, it's definitely going to be hard for me to come back to in that regard. And yeah, I still I'm still debating on, like, the RuneScape thing too, like Iron Man challenge that they have, because I have a normal account that I played RuneScape normally in the past. I tried revisiting one time when I didn't have the subscription. It was free to play at that point, but it just felt, I don't know, because it makes me feel like, will people get into this? Is the thing. Like, especially with MMOs, like, will people get into this? Like, that's the reason why I put, like, Warframe on the list, is because it's been getting a lot of traction. Like, that's one of the things. Like, same with, like, Marvel Rivals that I played during, like, the start of the month. It had a lot of contraction to it. But on my end, it feels like, I don't know, I got the short end of the stick. Which doesn't feel deserved. Like, because I don't feel like I've done anything wrong. Or at least to my understanding. Or been able to comprehend, I guess. Like, I don't know what I did wrong. I'm just being honest, too. Like, maybe that's the problem. Maybe people don't like honesty. Maybe they don't like blunt honesty and goodwill. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe I need to be evil. An evil bastard. Maybe that's what people like. Being rude to others. For the sake of being rude. Like, there's some, like, content stuff around that, but sometimes it's mostly just with friends, and I don't have any, unfortunately. Or any, like, always active. Like, I'm always alone in my bubble, unfortunately. This yapping void area bubble. Yeah. Here. There we go. There's a vacuum going on outside, too. That's another thing, too. Like, oh yeah, I got... There we go. That's another thing, too. A lot of background noises are not going to be very present within the new place, besides construction. Which is definitely going to be nice. It'll help with my focus on things. Like, it won't have to make me think about multiple things at once that make me do nothing. So it'll definitely help with the streams. Like, it'll help me be a bit more focused. Because I do want to focus on what I'm passionate about. And not have too many distractions. There goes a connection again. The KBPS thingamajig. And yeah, I don't, so, maybe Christmas Day. Yeah. Because I don't know if I'm going to stream tomorrow. Maybe Christmas Day for gifted subs, maybe. But I don't know about tomorrow. Might be another break day. But... like, that could also be another thing. Like, Christmas and then the New Year. Or the day before the New Year. Those could be my last 2 streams for this month. Because, like I said, with holidays and all the other stuff, plus prepping up for the new place, it's going to be hard to be consistent when everything is going on out in the real world. Sometimes I like living in my head more, but yeah. Like, I don't want to live in my head and forever, because that's pretty much what I've been doing for the past 25 years, or 20 years. Not by choice, but I hope some of the stuff that I have envisioned for the stream and all this other stuff I'm passionate about can be made a possibility. And get people in here to support it. But it's a matter of time, money, and determination. Or I don't know what the third would be. Well, yeah. It's probably going to be a short stream for today, then. I don't like yapping in my own void bubble. But with how things are, I have no choice. I have no choice. So I think that's going to be it for today. So yeah. I'll see you all perhaps on Christmas. So, bye-bye.